Hi, my name is NOURI and I'm a Bali United football player. Yeah, no, I don't remember. I was born in Iran because of the state of war in my home country in Iraq. That was the time Saddam Hussein he bombed my people and my cities. So we had to be refugees. So we moved to Iran, where I was born. Then through my first year, I think we went through several countries, Syria, Jordania, to Greece, to Turkey, and then to come to Sweden. So no, I cannot remember anything when I was one, but yeah, I've been told a lot. And as you grow older, you understand and you've been taught of what really happened. But I don't think there's anything I've been taught or I've been told that can help me understand what my parents went through at that time. I think my mother was 19 years old, leaving her family, country, and everything to move to another country. With me very young. As you can imagine, that has to be quite hard, just to give me and her family a chance to live as Kurdish people. I'm very grateful for that I've been brought up in Sweden, which is a very good country, and to have given the opportunity that a lot of people in my situation didn't get. So I'm happy and I'm grateful for it. Yeah, first of all, the thing is about Iraq, it's a country of many diversities. We have Kurdish people, we have Muslim people, we have Christian people, and me myself, I would be called an indigenous people in Iraq because I'm Kurdish. I'm Kurd from Iraq. Kurdish people you have in Iran, Iraq, Syria, and Turkey. So I don't speak Arabic. I speak Kurdish in my home. My father, my mother, they speak Arabic and Persian too, but I don't do that. So for me, when I come home, whether it's to Kurdistan or to Iraq, they see me as an immigrant, and when I'm in Sweden, they also see me as an immigrant. So you don't really know where to belong, and the culture and everything, how it is, it's quite hard. So for the first time when I was called up to the Iraq national team, everything was very different, First of all, I didn't speak the language and they're not very good at English. And, you've been taught in a certain way in Sweden, so you're practically Swedish. And when you come back then to Iraq and see how they think, how the mentality is, how they play football, it's quite the culture differences. So I was met with I don't know how to say it, but there was something in the people's eyes that were not very welcoming. But as the time went on, and then they could see that you're a good person, that you're a good footballer, then they let you in another way. But in the beginning, it wasn't the easiest thing. For me, I have no problems with diversity, with differences in any way. But I understand that they have, because they only see one thing. In Sweden, we also have many diversities. We have people from Africa, Asia. I have a class in my school where we have 15 nationalities. In Bali you don't have that. In Indonesia you don't have that. In Iraq you don't have that. You have 15 people. They all from Iraq. They all Arabic people. But in Europe it's different. I have people from Gambia. I have people from Montenegro. I have people from whatever. It can be whatever. So I'm used to that diversity. But I understand that people that is not brought up with diversity is not very comfortable with it. They've been brought up in a way, and when they see something different, they look at it differently. When I go to other cities in Indonesia, they look at me the same way. They're not used to a foreign man being those part of Indonesia. In Bali it's different because here's a lot of tourists and foreigners. But when you go to Papua, it's not. Then they look at you in a way that I never seen this kind of people before, So yeah, but like you asked, it's all okay. It was a really good experience, and I was happy to have been part of the national team. If I could choose 3 words to describe myself, that would be hardworking, I would say disciplined, and I would say I'm a learner. Yeah, it's true. Football is my passion, and because for as long as I can remember, I wake up in the morning, I eat breakfast, then I go train, and everything in my life is for football. So if one day that is not the case, then you will search and you will have this maybe identity problem. You will think like, okay, I was a footballer all my life. Now I'm not a footballer. So yeah, with that in mind, I guess you understand that football is a big part of every footballer's life, and for me as well, for moving to Bali and play football. I'm a football player in Bali. So yeah, it means the world to me, and it's hard to describe the love I have for the football, but it's a huge part of my life. Well, for me, I never ever felt weary for football. I never felt anything else but love, because for as long as I can remember, the first time I touched the football, it felt right. For some people, maybe they paint, maybe they sing, maybe they dance, maybe they direct movies, maybe they whatever. But whatever you do in life, whatever your profession is, when you do something that you love, you automatically feel that this is the right thing for you. And when you feel the right thing for you, then I don't think that you feel like it's work. You don't feel like it's nothing. You just feel like this is you and this is the love that, this is, you're in the present. You cannot do anything else. You don't want to do anything else but to play football or to sing or whatever the occupation might be. But for me, this has always felt right, and this has always been fun, and this has always been my escape from everything. Some people, whatever big stars in whatever occupation they have, they always feel like when I'm in my work, there's nothing else. I'm in the present, there's no future, there's no past. You're only in the moment. And I have that only when I play football. So when I have that, there's never been any doubt that I don't want to do this, or that I don't feel confident, or something like this. So for me, it's always been like a puzzle. I just feel it's just been right for me to play football, and I never have any difficulties keeping my spirit in any way. I've been in Sweden all my life. I know every dressing room in Sweden. I know every tree. I know every player. I know every stadium. I know what kind of football there is. So for me, when I became 32, 31, and I given this opportunity, it felt like a new challenge. I wanted to challenge myself. I wanted to grow. I wanted to develop. I felt like I said, I know everything about Sweden, and I was very comfortable there. And for me, for every person, football or whatever occupation, if you be in comfort, I don't think you can develop. So to get out of the comfort zone, you need to try something new. And Bali is definitely something new. So for me, it wasn't even a brainer. For me, when Bali said that they were interested, for me it was like perfect for that time of my life, because I was very comfortable. Everything was, I knew everything. And coming here was like turning the page, a new chapter, unwritten, and I had to adapt, I had to learn, I had to observe, I had to do everything to start from fresh, not being comfortable. And that was my biggest, if you say, that was my biggest, that's what I wanted when I came here to Bali, to learn to not be comfortable and yeah, to start a new adventure, if you say that. In Europe, for example, where I brought up, you have coaches, you have teachers that have been developed in a way that they can teach others how to play football. The biggest difference between football here and in Europe is, the tactical awareness. There's nothing wrong with the technique in Indonesia, but what to do with the technique, what to do with the decision making, there's nobody that's been teaching them that, and that's a big difference between here and Europe. And when everybody's a bit more of 11 players, if everybody's a bit more tactical aware of what to do or when to do what, then that makes a big difference, you know? And this is not the players' fault in any way, because they haven't been brought up, they haven't been given the same opportunities that I have or other people in Europe, you know? So the biggest differences is, I've been saying this a lot, is the tactical awareness, is the technical situation, the decision making, you know, all these things. The best thing I like about Bali United, I think I have to say it's the games, the atmosphere in Dipta. For me, this is something you don't see every day in Sweden. Let's say you have 16 teams in the first league in Sweden. 10 of these teams is very, you know, the atmosphere is amazing. But then you have like 6 teams that is not very amazing. I come from a good club, but a small club. So our atmosphere was not as there is in Bali, you know. So for me and a lot of players in the team, you know, we love playing the games because the atmosphere and that they sing from first minute to 90, the passion that they have, how much it means to them. I have to say that's the best thing in Bali. Yes, I meditate. I wouldn't say it's a ritual. I meditate every day, but during game day, I try to take out the noise. You know, all the thoughts, all the things you have in your head, to see things clearly, to not hear too much, just to, you know, focus on what you need to do, and that is the present in whatever you do. If, for example, if I would in the game would hear the audience, would hear the crowd, the supporters, or if I would think about other things, then that would make me not be so good because I need to focus on football. Meditation is a way for me to not hear anything, just to be in the present and do what I do best. Item, I would bring water, food, and my phone.
Why?
Because I need water, I need food, and then I can call my loved ones. I would bring fruits. I would bring vegan food, probably. You know, a lot of beans, lentils, you know, salad, stuff like this. I would bring a lot of water, and then I would bring my phone to Instagram the food. For me, to be vegan has been one of the biggest revolutions I've ever had in my life. Vegan is nothing from animal. Vegetarian is that you can drink milk, you can eat cheese, you know, dairy products. Vegan, there's nothing. Being 30, 32, you know, when footballers get older, they need more time to recover from training, from games and stuff. And being vegan, one of the best things about being vegan for athletes is that you recover your body in a way that you didn't do before, because you don't have all these toxins from the animals, from the meat, from the milk, from stuff like this. Despite that, it's very good for, you know, environmental, it's healthy, all these things. For me as an athlete, it's been why I can play all these games that I played for 90 minutes, you know. I don't think that I could do that with this schedule that the PSSE has given us, you know, playing 4 games in 12 days or whatever. I don't think that would be possible to try to be as close as 100% for me without being vegan. Before me being vegan, if I played a game, I would need at least 3-4 days to come back to my real state. Now the next day, if you give me 90 minutes again, I would play it without any problems. So, and you know, this is my selfish part for being vegan. Vegan is about, you know, not being animal cruel, for environmental things and all these things. So it's a bonus that I can recover, but the main thing is that it's healthy, you know. I like to read. I read a lot. I like music. I listen a lot to music. Meditation, I would say it's a hobby. Now it's more of a lifestyle. My hobby is gym. I go to gym almost every day, but that's also a lifestyle. The main thing is probably reading. I like to read. If it's fiction stories about self-discovery or self-help in some way, or just self-help books about you know, what your purpose is in life and how to make the most of your life and stuff like this, you know, just to get tools to the well-being of yourself, you know. I have a very big genre of music. I like most things. If somebody says, do you like music? I like music. And what is music? Music, everything. But if I have to choose, I like, they call it Afro trap, and that is music from, you know, from Africa or Jamaica and stuff like this. But I like hip hop, I like R&B, I like slow songs, I like, you know, some rock songs.
Can you sing?
No, I cannot sing.
Can you play music?
No, I cannot. No, I'm very instrumentally handicapped. Well, the first book I will write will probably the book of my life. It will be the book of my life where you rise, where the theme would be that from nothing you rise, and then when you have everything, you destroy it and then you get back up. So it would be a story about my life, but also it would be semi-fiction about that nothing is impossible and that you can take different paths to happiness. I don't know, I cannot see myself as doing anything else but playing football. And if you ask me what I would like to be, if I can choose and I can be that, I would probably want to be maybe an actor, a writer, fireman, you know, trying to inspire people to help them do what their heart wants, you know. I don't know. I never ever felt like if I wasn't a footballer I would be this. But I love reading, so writing is something I like. I love movies, so acting is something I like. Musician, you know, standing on stage, singing, dancing, whatever. It would be nice. Fireman, I've always liked being a fireman. But there's nothing like I would do this. There's many things that is inspiring to me. For Semoton, I would say that you've been more than enough. You know, you have been amazing all year since I came. You've given us support. Like I said, the best thing about Bali is you, and the most thing I love is the fans. So just keep doing what you're doing, keep supporting us. If we lose, if you draw, if we win, just being there for us, that means the world to us. And to my friends, yeah, I love you, you know that. Bali United Jaya!